Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Let's Talk. I haven't done one of these in a while because I've been focusing on work and there's been other videos out instead of Let's Talk. There's been the diabetes series starting and I've dyed my hair in that time because I went home for the weekend and my mum was like, I have hair dye I need to get rid of, and I was like, sure, I have hair that needs dyed. Wasn't planning on dyeing my hair, but it happened anyway. I got a camera upgrade. I now have one with a viewfinder, so if my eyes flick up, that means I'm looking at the viewfinder because I can actually see what's happening nowadays. So it's going to be fun to try and keep looking at the lens. My tea for today is one called Mojito. It's like a mojito but in tea form. It's from Bird and Blend Co. I bought one of their advent calendars when it was discounted last year, and I'm still drinking my way through the tea because when do I ever have time to sit down and drink tea? So today I'm going to talk about self-worth. I've said in previous videos that for the longest time I have hated myself, and I think a lot of that is tied up in how I view myself and my own self-worth. Now don't get me wrong, that didn't come from my family or anything. In fact, my mother was always one of my biggest cheerleaders. Well, she still is. Why am I talking in the past? She's one of my biggest cheerleaders. She always believes in me, and when I doubt myself, she was always there to tell me to never let anyone dull my sparkle. It's one of my favourite quotes because my mum always says it to me when I'm having a bad day. If I have a bad day, she will text it to me and she'll keep reminding me throughout the day to just keep smiling and keep going. But lately I have been starting to like myself more, but my issues with self-worth kind of stem from growing up and by how I viewed myself in relation to my peers and the friends that I had for 5 years. Now, as I mentioned, for 5 years I had this group of friends, and in those 5 years those friends never celebrated a birthday with me. They never came to support me in any of the shows I was in, and they never came to anything I invited them to, and it really felt as if I was only hanging out with them when it was convenient to them. And I didn't see that that was a toxic friendship until I left it, which was the topic of another video a couple of series ago. They essentially treated me like I was a last option, that I was never first choice. I wasn't even second or third choice. I was the lowest choice that they could make. And that kind of, because it was still my formative years, that was how I viewed myself up until now, was someone lesser than the rest of my peers, that I always had to prove myself to everyone else and that I had to put everyone else before me. And yes, making sure other people are happy and everything is good, but not when it comes to the expense of your own happiness, when your only coping mechanism is to make self-deprecating jokes because you think if you get there first, no one else can hurt you. And that's, I found I used to make a lot of self-deprecating jokes in the fact of I thought that no one could hurt me with words if I could get there myself, and if I had a low enough self-worth in myself, no one could really drag it any lower. Nowadays I make self-deprecating jokes full well of my own self-worth, and I'm like, yeah, I know I'm trash. I'm not actually trash, but I know I'm trash. But back in those days, I constantly compared myself to my peers and my friends. I wasn't as good an actress as them. I wasn't as skinny as them. I wasn't as put together as them. I didn't know what I was doing, and everyone around me seemed to know what they were doing and they had themselves sorted out and they were confident, and I just wasn't. It took getting out of the friendship I was in to start to reevaluate how I saw myself and whether I was worthy or not of the friends I have now, and trying to re-establish that it's okay to be me and what value I had in my own life because I hadn't ever thought about it. there are still times when I will sit back and look at a friend group or something, or in a social situation, and I'm like, I don't deserve what I have going for me, and I'm waiting for the moment where it's all going to crumble and fall, because to be completely honest, that's what I'm used to. I'm used to friends coming and going and them always saying it's a fault with me, which is why they haven't stuck around. And when you hear that all the time, you start to believe it. But I have been thinking that less and less, and that's because the friends I have now, I've mentioned them before and I will keep mentioning them because I still can't believe I have them. But they don't make me feel stupid if I express that. They reassure me that they're not just hanging around out of pity, that they're actually wanting me around. And that's great because I'm not used to that. And I know it sounds sappy, but as I said, when you've grown up having a low self-worth of yourself, despite your mother's best influence and best attempts, it's a new world and it's strange. My self-worth is also tied to the job I want to go into. I want to be a stage manager, and I've stage managed a couple of productions now, but every time I kind of feel like I'm an imposter, and soon everyone's going to find out how much of a fake I am, how much I don't know what I'm doing, and that they'll chuck me off the project and want someone with more experience or who's better or just someone else. And that sentiment carries across to how I felt for the first couple of weeks at my new job. I was waiting for them to fire me because I was incompetent. But like everything, you have to find your groove. And for me, being able to just get on with things, like with my job and doing stage managing and all, the more I did it, the less I feel like I'm an imposter, the less I feel bad, like the less I feel like I'm terrible at my job, the more I feel like I can do this. I got this. For the first time in my life, I feel like I'm good. I'm pretty chill right now. Things are working out. Like, I know how to make coffee properly. I no longer externally panic. I did say externally, I'm still screaming internally all the time. But I feel like that's just my personality at this point, so what you gonna do? But I feel like I know what I'm doing. And that's a novel feeling. I feel like oh god, I'm gonna jinx it. Where's the wood? I feel like I have a handle on the whole adult thing right now. I'm paying bills. I'm building things. Oh god, I'm doing adult stuff. And I kind of like it. I get a gratification from doing it. And with every kind of step of feeling like I've got my shit together, makes me feel better in myself and feel like I'm worth it. And that is still a recent thing, but my confidence has been noted by other people. The more I build up my own self-worth, the more confident I feel in myself, and the more people realise it. And it's a good thing. It's been a learning curve for years to try and get to this point where I'm at now, of feeling confident in who I am, and I can say that with utter confidence that I am happy with who I am. I may still be self-deprecating, and I may jokingly say I don't have any self-worth, but I do. And someone said to me that I can make jokes about myself because I'm self-confident in myself to be able to do so. I can laugh at myself because I know myself. And I think that's true, because it's less, my humour is less, I gotta make this joke before someone else makes it and hurts me. It's more, we're all thinking it. Or, you know, in work I will jokingly go, no one was insulting me and I just felt like I had to. and it's no longer a defense mechanism, rather it's just something that I know won't hurt and I just want to make the joke. Because I think people are worried about offending me if they make the joke, so I'm just like, I'll make it because it's funny. I know it's tough to accept the fact that you're worthy and that you deserve everything good in your life. Sometimes you feel like an imposter and that you'll be found out and that you're just pretending to have it all together, but I'm pretty sure everyone does. I don't actually think there's a person on this earth who actually has it all together. We're all just faking it and trying to hope that no one else realises we're faking it. When I was younger, I thought being an adult would mean I would have all of my shit together and I would know the answer to everything and I would know exactly who I was and what I was meant to be. And while I'm mostly figured out, I know I still have places to grow. I still am evolving. I'm only 21. I am not in my final form yet. If we're going Pokemon terms, I have not fully evolved yet. I am still growing. I'm still learning. I'm still making mistakes and rejigging and changing my outview and changing my outlook on life. And it's liberating knowing that you haven't reached your final form yet, and having self-confidence is pretty good. Pretty good. I just want everyone to know that at the end of the day, as long as you're being you, that'll be enough, because everything else just falls into place after that. Figure yourself out and the world will follow suit if you tell it to. So don't worry, like, you will get there. There's no time limit on getting there. Just do you. So, I hope you enjoyed that video. Sorry it got a little sappy, but sometimes I did script that one, but I just promptly forgot everything I jotted down to say and just rambled for however long this video is going to be. Looking at the viewfinder, it's saying I've had 16 minutes worth of footage at this point. Let's hope for your sakes it's not 16 minutes. If you like this video, make sure to like it. Share it with your friends if they need to hear this message. Comment down below other topics you'd like me to speak about, because I am always open to ideas. Make sure you subscribe, ring that wee bell icon if you want to hear more from me, and I will see you all next time. Bye!